Where the activate bam bam at? Let's go. Case is hella sketchy, like what really happened. It's wild AF that he calmly lied to the family about the kids' whereabouts.
Yo, what up, Fab Bab? Let's go, let's do this. We're gonna have a good show today. It's gonna be a quick one, but a good one. We're jumping into the case of Oscar Hernandez. This case is very tragic, very sad. At the same time, it seems like, well, sad with this whole tragic, but at the same time, I mean, it seems like, there's other.
This just goes to remind everyone that there are sick people out there,
There
and we
is,
need to
exactly.
protect the kids at all cost.
I agree, 100. And it seems like there's more victims coming out, and my condolences once again to the family, and but even the mother said, that she felt that maybe her son had to go through this tragedy to help catch this predator, right? Because there's other kids that are coming out, or other people coming out, and so far as 2 kids, which this guy already had complaints, and it was reported to the police. And what's crazy is that the paperwork is out, man. His paperwork of the attacker. I guess I gotta say alleged killer, because so far, like they say, until guilty until proven or whatever. But this guy did it, the way they're breaking it down on the newscast, the news reports, and also to blogs. It's everything is pointed towards this guy doing it. So let me see. Where's my screen? Like I went to let me see, green screen. Let me check this out. Well, I don't want to display this one. Might have, but if you guys go to Google, man, right here, it's you guys can find this dude's whole paperwork, man, where it was reported that this guy had attacked previously a year ago, and some time before, 2 times, two different kids, and people are asking why the cops did not do anything. Why didn't they do anything to help the family, right? Let me let me give a shout out first to everybody in the chat. Big shout out to everybody tuning in. Dilla Dank, what's up? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. It's good to see you, brother. Parents, please stop letting your children use the internet unsupervised, and take the time to be involved in as all they do and who they're hanging out with. Exactly, man. Exactly. I agree. I agree 100. So I'm trying to, man. I don't want to display this page, but it is because maybe I seen that they have the names of the previous victims, and at the same time, even though it's public knowledge, it's for their privacy, right? But if you go to the website, Los Angeles District Attorney's Office.gov, you can find this guy's paperwork right here, man. It has the information about this last court showing that he had. Let me see. Why is my internet so slow? Let me see. This internet is super slow. Okay, let me try to see read first before I um. Okay, so this just has to do only with this case, with Oscar Hernandez, right? And this is on the website. Like I said, this public records. You guys can go ahead and check them out. It's on the website. It's on the internet. You just type in the attacker's name and it pops up. But it says here, and this is from yesterday. District Attorney Hochman announced this soccer coach charged with murdering. So he's actually the murderer. They're accusing him. They're as he's being charged, right? He's being charged. Does that mean he's guilty? He was supposed to have a hearing today, but it got postponed. And but let me read you guys here this note, and then we'll jump into a video or two. So this is the update. This was updated yesterday, right? This was updated yesterday at 7. And I was looking at this website to try to see the update for today, but like I said, once again, it got postponed. The hearing for today got postponed, for what I heard. And it says complaint amended with the charges from a 2022 incident. So this they're talking about the 2022 incident. And there was another one from 2024, I think. But okay, update complaint amended with the charges. Oh, so this is a long. I'm sorry. So it talks about the teen's body was found in Ventura County after he was reported missing. Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan J. Hochman announced that the youth soccer coach has been charged with murdering 13-year-old Oscar Omar Hernandez, whose body was found by the side on the side of the road in Ventura County last week. Um, no parent. Okay, so last week it says no parent should ever. Let me make the screen a little bit bigger. Um, there we go. Okay, so it says no parent should ever have to endure the unimaginable pain and sorrow of learning that their child has been murdered. District Attorney Hodgman said Oscar simply boarded a train, and little did he or his family know that he would never return. SA predators who target victims on their own gratification will be held accountable, prosecuted to the fullest. This guy for I gave you guys a quick update in the morning, but this guy, for what I hear, they're the murderer, they are gonna try to take him to the death penalty. They are gonna take it to the max, and he deserves it because he's an animal. Thank you for your great insight. And up to the minute that. Oh, what's up? What's up, Cora? How you doing? No problem. No problem. Welcome to the show. Um, and yeah, his name is Mario Edgardo. The murderer is Mario Edgardo Garcia-Aquino. Uh, he was charged in the case, and it says the case number right here, with one count of murder with the special circumstances allegation of murder during the commission or attempted commission of lewd acts with the child, making him eligible for death penalty. He's expected to be arraigned today in the Department 30th. So that was yesterday, and today, once again, I repeat, he was supposed to show up to court, but it got postponed. I'm guessing, man, that there is more people coming forward, man. There is more people coming forward. Um, and there's more victims. The complaint was amended on April 8th to conclude one felony count of assault with the intent to commit a sexual offense and lewd act upon a 14 or 15-year-old on December the 10th. So this is another charge that they're charging them. There's another one also too, in this was in the same year. No, this was in February. This was last year, February 22nd of 2024. So it says he was also charged, has been charged in the case, and it's got the case number, with one felony count assault with the intent to commit sexual offense. Garcia-Aquino is accused of sexually assaulting a 16-year-old boy. Man, this guy's disgusting, man. This guy's an animal. In Palmdale, February 24th, February 22nd of the year 2024. If convicted as charged, he faces possible maximum sentence of 6 years in state prison of that case. So only one case, but they like I said, now that they're including these 3 cases, they're trying to give him the death penalty. And I mean, I hate to wish evil on people, but this guy deserves that and more. And the authorities are asking people, man. They're asking people to come forward, and if they have any information, if they were victims of this individual, to come forward, man. To come forward and speak. A lot of people are saying that this individual was he will approach people. Things won't be good for that man in prison. Man, he's gonna get what he deserves in prison, man, for sure. And let me see, bring this camera. So yeah, they were saying that this guy approached little kids all the time. He was always seen in approaching kids, and even this lady came forward that used to live in the same complex where this individual lived, and she said that he will always have young kids up in the spot, up in that the complex. Like there was kids always coming in and out, and they never saw anything, but they used to hear him always screaming and yelling, and we're in the okay. Let me play this video for you guys. Actually, it talks a little bit more about the other accounts. It says soccer coach suspected of killing LA teen, also charged with 2 SA cases. So here we go.
Loved ones continue to mourn the death of a 13-year-old boy who was killed by his soccer coach.
Yeah, he praised the immigrants, man. That's sad.
Edgardo Garcia-Aquino is accused of killing Oscar Omar Hernandez, whose body was found by the side of the road in Oxnard. And after appearing in court yesterday, several concerning questions are being brought up. Aquino is accused in 2 other cases of alleged sexual abuse, and the family's wondering why someone like him could be free.
Como Estados Unidos, sabiendo que él tiene un cargo así sobre esos casos que pasan, anda libre él y entrenando niños, imagínense, entrenando niños y sabiendo que él tenía un problema.
So we wanted to know, why wasn't Aquino behind bars sooner? Eyewitness News reporter Kevin Osebek is in studio now with a deeper dive into this situation. Kevin.
Well, Mark and Ellen, today is...
Like the chat said, the Dank said in the chat, probably this guy was preying on immigrants, right? He knew that, they were weak prey, and if he did whatever, to them, he would threaten them, maybe with turning them into immigration. I'm not sure. I'm paraphrasing, but this guy was a real POS, man. Real piece of shit.
This family continues to mourn the loss of their 13-year-old
Not even
son.
registers.
We are learning the man accused of murdering that boy is now also being charged with the sexual assaults of 2 other teenage boys. And one of those cases started back in 2022. So now the big question is, how was Mario Edgardo Garcia-Aquino coaching youth soccer? And if he was charged sooner, would 13-year-old Oscar Hernandez still be alive? The LA County DA's office is telling 7 on Your Side Investigates that they are now charging Garcia-Aquino for the sexual assault of a 14-year-old boy that took place back in December of 2022. The DA is now also charging Garcia-Aquino for allegedly sexually assaulting a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah, these are the two cases that I was telling you guys. But man, public records, man. If you go here, once again, man, it's got the whole details. I was showing you guys earlier. Once again, I just didn't want to click on that link because it's got the name of the victims and they're minors, and I'm not, you know, for privacy, for their privacy and out of respect, I don't want to show that, but it's there. But I think just with the whole information, that's enough for me to to give you guys.
That alleged assault took place in May of last year. The DA's office told us in both of those previous cases, it interviewed the victims and did have results from forensics testing. In fact, prosecutors say the process of filing the charges in that 2024 case started about 2 weeks ago. So we are talking just days before 13-year-old Oscar Hernandez was reported missing. So why were charges in those two cases not presented earlier?
We need answers,
7 on
man.
Your Side Investigates asked the district attorney Nathan Hochman that question today.
So why just now are we seeing charges filed in this 2022 case?
When we got the case, we asked for additional interviews. We asked for additional forensic evidence to be analyzed and completed. And unfortunately, that the additional interviews were not finalized until very recently.
Was there ever
That's bullshit, man.
a ball dropped there? Because it does seem like that happened quite a long ago. And the timing, some may say, well, it's interesting. Charges were just filed on that yesterday. This is after a 13-year-old boy was murdered.
Very often, in order to get to the completion of a case, the individuals involved in the case have to be at a point at which they're willing to fully come forward and provide all the information that we need in order to make a prosecutorial decision. That didn't happen fully until yesterday.
And Hochman says the full timelines of what prosecutors learned in each of these cases will all eventually come out in a court of law. Meanwhile, today we did also scour all the pictures Garcia-Aquino posted on his social media. He did post a lot of pictures of some very young kids that he coached, and many of his posts show him hanging out with groups of young men in restaurants, cookouts, and of course soccer fields. And it's pretty disturbing to see some of these photos, Mark and Ellen, especially given all the very serious charges this man is now facing.
It is just heartbreaking.
And there's there's some questions too for the soccer club, because these coaches are supposed to be very well vetted.
Yeah, and Mark, you know, we did try to reach out to the soccer club today. We actually did find the cell phones of the president of that club. We did not hear back. We tried texting them as well. We did really try to make contact with them today. We just haven't heard back.
All right.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel.
Yeah, so this guy, man, shout out to the reporter, man, here of ABC7, that he asked really good questions. He asked really good questions. And it's like, man, why didn't they do something? You know, why wasn't, like the chat said, like Dylan Dank said, you know, why wasn't this guy registered as a sex offender? I think on the paperwork, on that link that I showed you guys, I think it mentions that he did not get, he was supposed to get registered. That was LA Hochman. He was only just elected on November. Saludos, Ray. Yo, what's up, little Danny? How you doing, man? Let me hit you with this Don DeMarco. So there's a lot of stuff, you know, and I am reading the post. Yeah, I'm all over the internet, and I'm reading blogs and everything, and it's like, one thing that pisses me off, that everybody wants to make it as a racial thing. You know, people are asking me, the borders and this and that. I'm like, dude, let's focus on the kid. But,
Fox's Bill Mallusion has been looking into the background of the.
But I don't want to be biased. So for the people here, you know, that were asking me, this is this video right here talks about his status, as many people want to see. Can we call in? Let me see if I can where's the yeah I'll turn on the hotline. Let me play this this video, and I'll let you know once it's on. All right, sounds good.
The youth soccer coach accused of killing one of his players.
A harrowing sight in Southern California as the body of a murdered 13-year-old boy is found dumped along the side of a road. His name was Oscar Omar Hernandez, and police say he was killed by his youth soccer coach, 43-year-old Mario Edgardo Garcia-Aquino. Multiple law enforcement sources tell Fox News he is an illegal alien from El Salvador.
Why did he have to kill him? The pain of losing a child is so great, I would never wish it on anyone.
Police say on March 28th, Hernandez took a train to see Garcia-Aquino, but never returned. His family reported him missing 2 days later, and his body was found 5 days after that. The Los Angeles County District Attorney announced murder charges against Garcia-Aquino Monday, with a special allegation of murder during the commission of lewd acts with a child, making him eligible for the death penalty.
Our role, though, is to bring justice to this family and to hold the person responsible for these brutal, heinous, unspeakable, unthinkable acts.
But the Los Angeles County Sheriff admitted this isn't the first time that Garcia-Aquino has been on law enforcement's radar.
In February of 2024, Garcia-Aquino befriended a
Silmar
family who allowed their juvenile son to stay with him at his residence in Palmdale. The family subsequently filed a criminal report alleging sexual abuse of their child.
But no action was taken at the time. No arrest, no charges. If it had been, Hernandez's sibling says his little brother may still be alive.
The police also knew that he had committed another crime. I still can't believe what happened to my brother.
And on top of murder, the DA is now charging Garcia-Aquino with that separate sexual abuse of the other teenage boy, more than a year after it was first reported to police. In a statement to Fox News, DHS is calling Garcia-Aquino a, quote, depraved illegal alien who should have never been in this country. Reporting in Los Angeles, Bill Malugin, Fox.
Man, people like that, man, do not deserve to be here, man. Man, I once again, man, like I said, I hate wishing bad on people, but this guy deserves the worst, man. Hopefully they take care of him once he's in jail, man.
Fox News.
Our thanks to Bill. Let's talk more about this now. Could California's progressive policies be a reason why that murder suspect was never placed behind bars? Susan Crabtree says, quote, gross mismanagement is a big problem in the Golden State. She writes about it in her new book, Fool's Gold, the radicals, con artists, and traitors who killed the California dream and now threaten us all. You see some familiar faces of Democratic leaders on that cover. Author and journalist Susan Crabtree from Real Clear Politics joins us now. Susan, thanks for being here.
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Alex.
Let's start with the issue of immigration. You see this big conflict right now between the governor, state leaders, and the federal government in terms of how to handle this issue and what to do about people like this individual here.
Yeah, just in the last 24 hours, we've seen the state legislature pass bills that protect schools from ICE raids. But
exactly, man. They deport the workers, man. They're leaving all these bad people behind, man.
There have been no schools that have had ICE raids in California, and so I think that's largely symbolic. What most of the citizens.
If you guys want to call in, the hotline is 424-777-2423. That's 424-777-2423. The phone line is pinned on the side of the chat. That's 424-777-2423.
Of California really want is protection against the illegal activity that comes with some of this illegal immigration into our society. We took a hard look at the fentanyl issue in San Francisco and found that the dealers are mainly from Honduras, and they're sending the money back to Honduras, and they even have little San Francisco icons all over their houses because they adore San Francisco so much. But the problem is, even if they catch those dealers, there's another one that replaces them because it's such a lucrative business. And as you know, fentanyl is such a terrible scourge right now in California. It's one of the top causes of overdoses in the state, drug overdoses.
Yeah. Let's talk about the big picture sort of main point that you're trying to make with this book.
So I came back from D.C. I lived and worked in D.C. for 23 years. And
Exactly, Southtown. Big shout out to you, brother.
I came back and I saw sort of what I saw was startling. Homeless on the streets in San Diego, beautiful San Diego, where I grew up. Had an idyllic childhood here, went to college at USC. Came back 23 years later, and I felt like there was a hepatitis outbreak in San Diego. It killed 17 people. I thought, what's going on here? And then we saw the wildfires year after year, and then all of these problems accelerated under COVID. We saw people being pushed off out of their jobs and locked down, but yet they couldn't get their unemployment because the unemployment system was so out of whack and there was so much fraud. So I thought I needed to look into this further, and we did a 2-year investigation. I worked with Peter Schweitzer's group. He's an investigative journalist, and we found a lot of concern. His specialty is looking into the ties between politicians in China, and we found deep ties between Gavin Newsom and the CCP in China. And it was startling what we found, that he let in about 100, encouraged actually, flung open the Golden Gates to the Chinese businesses, letting about 104, encouraging them to come into California. But the reverse didn't happen. California businesses didn't get into China, but yet his wine business did. He ended up trademarking 2 of his wines and pouring them for CCP officials at a very shishi restaurant in Shanghai. So we have a series of incidents, examples where we believe that he let in corrupt Chinese companies and criminals.
What do you think is the biggest change that needs to happen in this state after learning everything that you did?
That's a good
Well,
question.
there needs to be more accountability. I think the one-party state system here in California has it's been eye-opening with the wildfires. I think people are starting to realize that they need to expect basic services, such as we need to crack down on the utilities causing these fires and the donations that the utilities give to the politicians. I have a whole chapter dedicated to the wildfires and what's causing this. It's a lot of money in politics. It's not really a partisan issue at all. Californians expect to be safe from the wildfires. They expect their government to provide unemployment when they're being forced out of work.
Bro.
These are basic services, and certainly keeping the utility costs down and the gas prices down in California. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing sort of a lot of platitudes to environmentalism, but not practical common sense answers and solutions to keep people from leaving the state. An exodus has happened in the state because the cost of living is too high, and the basic services are not being provided. And safety, public safety is number one.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on the book. Congratulations.
All right, they kind of went off topic, but it does have to do with a lot too, right? Because there needs to be a lot of changes here in California, man. Here in California, here in LA, with the homelessness, with everything, and people are breaking into cars, people breaking into people's property. It is crazy, man. They need to hold people accountable. They need to put individuals, animals like this guy Mario, the murderer, right? They need to put him in jail, man. They need to. If they would have investigated the first time, because this guy, they're showing us, man, it was not the first time, it was the second one, and I think they know, man, that there's more people, and I think that's the reason why today he was supposed to his name is Mario Edgardo Garcia. He was supposed to have a hearing, right? Be in court, and they postponed it. They postponed it. So I'm thinking that's exactly what happened, right? They're like, oh, they found more information, more victims came forward, And they were like, you know what? Let's hold on a little bit more, and we can put more charges on this, piece of shit. Has been going up. So gas has been going up several weeks. Premium brand, it's been going, man. It's crazy. I saw today, man. I mean, I'm not, gonna get into the politics of Trump, but and people are gonna be like, oh, you're hating on Trump. You're not hating on Trump, whatever, It's just, but this guy Trump just makes me laugh with the crazy shit that he comes out. Like today, I don't know if you guys saw the news that he's gonna put now he's gonna go from 25, I think 25. He was like 45, and now he's 104% increment to the tariffs. I might be mispronouncing. That's my Spanglish, and I'm like, well, damn, like, easy though. But at the same time, all I want, just like many people, man, here, in the U.S. and California, we just want what's best for the U.S., man. We want individuals like this guy, Garcia-Aquino, Mario Edgardo Garcia-Aquino. We need this guy, man, out, man. We need this guy to be thrown in jail, get punished. Once again, man, I hate wishing bad on people, but this guy deserves the worst, man. And it says there's a new tariff. Okay. Let me see. Let's play the other video here, and I opened the hotline. So if you guys want to call in, man, go ahead and give a call. I haven't. You know what? Big shout out to the chat. Big shout out to Ben Garcia and the whole fam bam. Thank you for telling me to open the phone line or see if the phone lines were open, because I haven't used the hotline in a long time. So I don't even know if it's active. I know it's got to be active. I'm still paying the phone. So let's see. There was one more video I wanted to play. I think it's this one.
A youth soccer coach.
And I'm trying to put something together for you guys, man, and get my things, videos and audio together. But man, I rarely have time. And I did you guys a quick little audio video in the morning, because I'm like, this case is just developing as it goes, right? And just things are changing. Police getting calls. Ooh, okay. So let me play this video first, and then because there's this other video that says the police are getting calls with new information about the soccer coach. But this was 4 hours.
Accused of the brutal murder of a 13-year-old boy made his first appearance before a judge today.
Authorities have not revealed how exactly the boy was killed, but the case has caught the attention of the highest levels of the U.S. government. KTLA 5's Chris Wolf.
Hold on. Sorry, guys.
This is a story we're going to learn more about, the alleged killer. We've been talking about this for a while. He killed, he was alleged to have killed a missing teenage boy. He's facing a judge now for the first time, and some very serious charges.
Call in, brother. Call in.
KCAL News reporter Lori Perez is live in North Hollywood with the suspect's long history of run-ins with law enforcement. Lori?
Well, Pat, that's right. The fields behind me, we're told, is where the victim played soccer under the guidance of his now alleged killer. Tonight, there are a lot of questions about whether the system failed this boy and cost him his life. We can only show you the judge. We weren't permitted to record video of 43-year-old Mario Garcia-Aquino in court Tuesday. Charged with murdering 13-year-old Oscar Omar Hernandez, we've now learned Garcia-Aquino has been on law enforcement's radar for years. The DA's office says the well-known youth soccer coach was initially arrested last week on an unrelated child sexual assault case investigated by the Sheriff's Department from February 2024. We've obtained video we believe shows a 16-year-old boy on that date and at the address listed in that investigation telling a deputy what allegedly happened. We've blurred his face and altered his voice to hide his identity.
No, how do you expect me to act, bro? I almost got touched. What if your daughter almost got touched, bro?
But the allegations go back even further. Authorities say LAPD investigated Garcia-Aquino in 2022. He's now charged with assault with the intent to commit a sexual offense and lewd act upon a child. In that case, the DA says the victim.
Wow, man. So they got audio on one of the victims. Okay, the phone line's open now, guys. I wasn't connected, so my bad. Here we go. Let's go back, man. So they got audio on one of the victims here. That is wild.
Investigated by the Sheriff's Department from February 2024. We've obtained video we believe shows a 16-year-old boy on that date and at the address listed in that investigation telling a deputy what allegedly happened. We've blurred his face and altered his voice to hide his identity.
No, how do you expect me to act, bro? I almost got touched. What if your daughter almost got touched, bro?
But the allegations go back even further. Authorities say LAPD investigated Garcia-Aquino in 2022. He's now charged with assault with the intent to commit a sexual offense and lewd act upon a child. In that case, the DA says the victim was 14 or 15 years old.
When minors are victims in cases, it can be a little tricky for law enforcement.
Defense attorney Lou Shapiro is a former federal public defender.
They want to make sure that before they bring a case to the district attorney's office, that it can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt that there was no lying here, embellishing, that this is a case that really can be proven. And with minors, it's always a little trickier than with adults because minors are more susceptible to being coached, suggested. So that's probably the explanation for why it took this long.
But 2+ years, the DA says LAPD first investigated Garcia-Aquino in 2022.
So the only explanation for that 2022 case not being pursued in a timely manner is that the investigation probably did not yield enough evidence to make law enforcement and the DA's office confident to file charges at that time.
In the meantime, Garcia-Aquino continued coaching children, including Oscar Omar Hernandez, a point not lost on players who know the defendant and his soccer club.
It's crazy to think that this might have happened to, like, other kids in his team or something like that, So it's just like, it's all shocking.
Now, Shapiro says he does think this will be the first new case prosecuted as a death penalty case under the DA's new policy allowing prosecutors to seek the death sentence. We are live in North Hollywood tonight. I'm Lori Perez. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Lori.
So, man, so they're pushing the death penalty on this individual. I'm trying to connect here. See, should have had this distinct. Okay. And I'm not getting a code. Supposed to get a code here. Internet. Anyway, so, but he has a giant red flag, and everyone ignored it. Exactly. So sad. Can hardly extend it. He had a big red flag, and it's just these cops, man. They don't care.
Hey,
and where is the soccer? Okay, this is the video I was gonna play.
The youth soccer coach.
And they just ignored it, man. They just ignore it. Just ignore it. And now that everybody's on their ass. Excuse my French, man. I'm trying not to cuss, and trying not because I'm not want to be Mr. Goody Two Shoes, but YouTube is just crazy. It's just crazy, and anyway, that's another topic. But so this talks about, okay, so a soccer coach charged murder a boy. Okay, no, this is not the one. I wanted to show you guys, man. Let me see.
A youth soccer coach.
Boom, 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 boom. Coach charged. Okay. This was very sad, man, especially seeing the mom and all that. I'm trying to see if they have a GoFundMe page. If so, or at least want to share it. And here I don't share GoFundMe pages that much because then people are gonna be like, oh, well, how come you don't share mine? But in this case, this is a very tragic case. So,
A soccer coach charged with murdering a 13-year-old boy is set to face a judge later this morning.
It's another sad story. Gigi Garcia is live in downtown Los Angeles with the story. Gigi.
That's right, Bob and Brooke. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Let's get straight to the picture of this soccer coach who is behind bars this morning. There is no bail available for him. His name is Mario Edgardo Garcia-Aquino. He's 43 years old, a youth soccer coach from the Antelope Valley, now facing murder charges in the death of 13-year-old Oscar Omar Hernandez. In addition to other charges of lewd acts reportedly committed against another teenage boy. Garcia has been under investigation for that since last year when he was accused of sexually molesting a 16-year-old boy.
Crazy,
now, Hernandez disappeared last weekend after leaving his San Fernando Valley home to help the coach with a soccer event. He never returned. His parents reported him missing, and a few days later, his body was found in Oxnard. Now, the murder charge against the soccer coach includes a special circumstance allegation of murder during the commission or attempted commission of a lewd act with a child.
Part of the reason for this press conference is to get the message out to the victims and even their families that if they have been victimized by this particular individual, Mr. Garcia-Aquino, to come forward in order to bring justice to not just the Hernandez family, but to every family that has been victimized by this individual.
If somebody is afraid to come forward because they're afraid of what may happen to them because they may be undocumented, that needs to go away because people are afraid. And that's why we're out here, we're embracing this and saying, please come forward.
Now, Garcia-Aquino worked with a youth travel soccer team called the Hurricane Valley Boys Soccer Club. They worked with different age divisions in the Sylmar area. And again, you heard both the district attorney and the sheriff there talk about possible other victims because this man has worked with so many children, so many preteens and teenage boys over the years. If you have any information or if you want to talk about something that involves this coach, you're urged to call the Sheriff's Department or the LAPD. Reporting live, I'm Gigi.
I wanted to point out something here, guys, and it's something that they were talking on some blogs, and I didn't notice it at first, but they're saying that rest in peace, Oscar Hernandez, that he put out it seems like he put out a fight, you know what I mean? Because you can see the scratches on that individual. Now, I don't know if they're scratches or not. They kind of look like it, right? It looks like so that poor little kid, man, was probably was fighting for his life, and man, I don't know, man. Does this guy put fear on the families? Maybe he was telling people, oh, I'm gonna turn you in, I'm gonna deport you, or shit like that, some fucked up stuff like that. And
inside a Los Angeles.
Another thing, man. Well, we'll just listen to watch this video better. Sometimes it's better to keep my mouth shut. Okay. There we go.
Inside a Los Angeles courtroom, soccer coach Mario Edgardo Garcia-Aquino will soon hear formal murder charges after being accused of killing one of his own players. Officials say the undocumented 43-year-old is accused of killing 13-year-old Oscar Omar Hernandez.
The Hernandez family, you have our deepest sympathy.
The DA stressing the death penalty remains an option as investigators piece together a disturbing timeline. Prosecutors allege Garcia-Aquino killed Hernandez on March 28th after his family says the coach hired him to do housework, but Oscar never returned. By March 30th, family reported him missing. Authorities discovered the boy's body 2 days later, dumped in a neighboring county.
No me merecía eso, mi hermano.
Oscar's brother breaking down, sharing he didn't deserve this. Now the family's pressing authorities on why Garcia-Aquino was still coaching after 2 other teens previously accused him of sexual assault.
You gotta be careful now. Whoever you go out with, even though you trust them, you never know.
Now, as a memorial for the murdered teen grows, authorities urging other potential sexual assault victims to speak out.
You may be here undocumented. We're not going to ask about that. Please, you need to come forward.
And in addition to those murder charges for Garcia-Aquino, late today, the DA announcing they're also adding charges for sexual assault against a minor, saying his new arraignment is set for April 30th. Lester?
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news.
Let me see. Yeah, so yeah, it looked like probably somebody beat his ass, or poor Oscar, man, was probably, fighting. Well, he was fighting for his life. And hey, what's up, Regina? Welcome to the show. Hey, y'all. Let me see. I think somebody was messaging today. Regina said today in Florida they busted a scam ring selling link to 1.2 million videos for $100. Videos included missing children. Whoa, that's crazy. That is crazy. Let me see. Man, probably this guy was. They need to check his computers. They need to check for kids that that have gone missing, man, from those teams. Oh shit. Okay, good looking out. Good looking out, Regina.
New for you this morning.
This is crazy. Wow, man.
It's an evil world we live in.
It's crazy. Thanks, Regina, for sharing this. It says, Faces of Evil, Florida authorities announce arrest in global child abuse ring bust. Wow. What the?
New for you this morning, Florida's top law enforcement.
Yo, what up, little Danny? Welcome.
New for you this morning, Florida's top law enforcement officials announcing they have busted an international child pornography ring with close ties right here to Florida. Attorney General James Utmeyer made the announcement in Tampa about an hour ago now. Right now, 8 men are facing charges. Officials tell us the men bought and sold more than 1 million images of child pornography online. One of those men is from Clearwater. Another is from Lakeland.
What these guys were doing was truly heinous. There's not a word in the English dictionary that can describe the gross content that was on the videos.
The Attorney General says some of the suspects found the content through TikTok. He says Florida will go after social media companies that are not fast enough in removing child pornography.
Yo, TikTok's out of control, man. They don't moderate it. It's just, I mean, I believe in freedom of speech, but this shit needs to be regulated, man. Okay, it says arrest international child. Okay. This video is
State's Attorney General and
dirty. It's like long, so I'm just gonna play this one, and then we'll talk a little bit more on Friday about this case. But this is crazy, Regina. Thanks for sharing. I'm gonna cover it, and I'm gonna try to get more details on this.
And FDLE announced a major bust today of an international ring trafficking child pornography.
And the ring leader is located in Turkey, but the FDLE says there are local people who purchase child porn on the internet. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joins us. He is live in Tampa tonight. Jeff.
Good evening, Stacey and Josh. Veteran prosecutors and law enforcement officers say these are some of the worst images of child pornography they have ever seen. And although this is an international
Lupe, how you doing?
They say it involves children exploited right here in the United States. It's an investigation that began in July of 2024 with FDLE agents proactively looking on the internet for images of child pornography. Newly appointed Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer says what they found was disturbing.
What these guys were doing was truly heinous. There's not a word in the English dictionary that can describe the gross content that was on the videos.
The investigation led FDLE special agents to the purchase of a huge amount of child pornography from just one person.
At the end of the day, our agent purchased 6.7 terabytes of child pornography for $100.
7 terabytes of material is 1.2 million images and videos that veteran statewide prosecutor Rita Peters says are some of the most disturbing she's ever seen.
Brutality that involved infants, necrophilia, brutal sexual battery, and molestation.
The investigation led to the man at the top in Turkey, but also to people who purchased the material right here in the Tampa Bay area, including Brett Allen Snodderly from Clearwater.
During a search warrant at his residence, we found children's underwear at the residence. Now, we did our due diligence. We're positive he's not a hands-on offender, but obviously great cause for concern.
Snodderly has been arrested along with 6 others here in Florida. Investigators and the FDLE are working with Homeland Security to work with the government of Turkey to arrest and extradite the man at the top of this ring and bring him back to the United States for justice. Live in Tampa, Jeff Patterson, 8 on your side.
This is gross, man. This is disgusting. I'm speechless, man. I don't know. If I have time tomorrow, man, I'll try to log in again for a little bit, and we can check out the whole conference that they have. But because this thing is like 20 minutes or and I gotta wake up early, man. But I'm gonna keep you guys posted on this case, and also too, man, I'm keep you guys posted on the case of Oscar Hernandez. And once again, I mean, they have him. They have the murder. They have him already unlocked. They have him in jail. But he was supposed to show to court today. It got postponed. But I don't know yet why. But I'm guessing that might be because they got more charges coming, but they just don't have the whole proof. Let me go to the chat and say what's up to you guys. My apologies, man. I know I wanted to turn on the hotline, and I'm supposed to get a code from Skype into my email, and I'm still waiting, but I'll have it ready for you guys on Friday, man. We need to have you guys call in, man, and chop it up, and because I want to hear what you guys think, about this whole case. And rest in peace once again, man. Oscar Hernandez, my condolences to the family. I'm gonna bounce though, but hey, man, I want to say thank you guys so much again, man, for stopping by. It means a lot to me. If you're new to the channel, I want to welcome you. I am your host, King Activate from Activate LA. We live stream on Friday nights, anytime between 7 or 9. Well, we're here. And shout out to Dilla Dank, Regina, Daddy Laker Nation in the house. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to Rashid, Lupe Granados, man. The whole fam bam, man. Shout out to the fam bam and Kick, Little Miss Sunshine, man. Shout out to you. Nice to see you. It's always good to see all you guys here. Once again, Lupe, thank you so much. Shout out to all the moderators. Coro, shout out to you, Coro. How you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. And maybe go down all the way to the bottom comments. Maybe he got his ass beat. That dude Mario. I hope he did, man. But yeah, you could tell. He had like some marks, right, on his forehead. And there goes forgiveness to those actions. Honestly, whatever happened to that girl from Hawaii? Because you know what, I'm not sure. Well, the only update that I know is a shout out to Miss Jess. I don't know if you guys remember. We had Miss Jess 808. In the house, and she talked. She's in Hawaii because Hannah Kobayashi's from Hawaii, right? And so Miss Jess actually came out on on a magazine, man. She covered, the case of Hannah Kobayashi. I'm trying to get a copy. Hopefully I can get me a copy of. It's called The Cut magazine, and she came out there. They covered on that magazine the whole case. So I want to see what they said. And but I'm gonna keep Danny. I'm gonna keep you guys posted because. Even though it's a show. I mean, it's a case that a lot of people they were telling me just let it go, but okay, yeah. Shout out to Danny. She's living with guilt, staring at the wall. Yeah, she should have just came out and gave her story, right? And, maybe she would have even won fans, right? Because she didn't do. I don't think she did anything wrong. Yeah, she just wanted to disappear. The only thing that she could have done, she didn't have to, right? But she could have contacted the family and be like, hey, man, you guys are making a whole big deal about me. I'm cool in the gang, I'm I'm in Cali. I'm going back to Cali, and I'm about to go get me my Cancun in Mexico. So, let me hang out, let me chill, let me be. And, but she didn't do that. Good night, Lupe. Hope you have a good one. I'm going to catch you guys on Friday, but I'm going to try to come on the live tomorrow. And I'm doing also too early morning early videos whenever there's something pops up. So be on the lookout, and I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. All right, much love and respect. If you guys would like to contact me at infoactivatela@gmail.com. I need to come out with a shorter email so you guys can email me there. And actually, I'm gonna go catch up on the emails because I think. Man, I got a couple of emails to reply to. All right, you guys have a wonderful one. Love you guys. Peace.
It's an evil world we live in.
Warning. The following podcast will most definitely contain language that will both offend and stimulate. Any situations mirroring your real life are purely coincidental and have nothing to do with you. Calm your tits